while I have the phones out, I figured I'll do a comparison between the AGM M7 and the Sonim XP5S. These phones are very similar in size, pretty similar in thickness. This phone is about double the weight of this one, though. So, keep that in mind. And for a comparison that will actually be helpful, here's a Galaxy Flip 5. So these phones are a bit smaller. So main difference between these phones, this has a touchscreen. So you can do a hell of a lot on this. You can get WhatsApp, Skype, pretty much anything. Can't guarantee it'll work, but it can get pretty much anything. This does not have a touchscreen. The only way to get apps on this is to load an APK onto it via ADB, normal or web ADB. The other difference is this has a camera in front. This is not. This one's rear camera is hot garbage. This one is okay. This is battery. This phone's battery is double this one. It's about, well, actually, I don't think it's double, but it's close to double. It feels like more than double. The touchscreen on this one drains the battery a lot. This has no touchscreen and not much you can do on it. So you are really gonna get some good mileage out of this. Now here's something that this phone destroys this phone in. This phone has a huge ass speaker. Sounds great. Honestly, it sounds pretty good when it's loud. And the volume is controlled with this. What the hell? This speaker is not incredible, but it is pretty loud. It has volume rockers. Here, look at these buttons. Up, down, plus, minus. Amazing. This is a programmable button along with this one. So, yeah, very weird. The phone with the big ass speaker has very terrible way to control the volume. I'm not sure what's up with that. Another comparison is appearance. This phone looks like a fucking toy. Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, if you're getting a phone like this, you're kind of committed to you're committed to it. You're committed to the bit for sure. But still, I mean, it's a little embarrassing pulling this out. This phone, not embarrassed. This phone's awesome. I would say it looks like a BlackBerry, but it doesn't have the QWERTY keyboard. It looks like what BlackBerry would make if the keypad were the prominent form of controlling a phone. This looks and feels very good. This has a kind of a hollow sound to it. This feels nice. You can feel the empty inside on this, if that makes sense. But it's lighter. This is heavier. This is double the weight. It's a difference. All right, it's quite a difference. This is very light. This is not that light. Of course, if you're used to heavier phones or if you lift weights or something, this should be totally fine. Just make sure you have a belt on your pants or make sure your pants fit, I guess. In terms of another difference, this phone comes with spyware already installed, Facebook and TikTok. I use WhatsApp and it's owned by Meta. I understand. I'm just kind of joking around. Although they are spyware. So this comes with that installed. I don't like that, but the difference is you can download anything you want to. You can go to Chrome, type in F-Droid, Aurora Store, whatever APK, download that, and then you can just download pretty much all of that on the phone from the store here. Because as it stands, this does not start off with the Google Play Store. And Google services do not work on this phone either. So they don't work for any of these. However, if you go to Google Maps, the website, it works here. If you go on this one, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know if there's even GPS in this phone. It just routes me to some Chinese place. So, Not very helpful. If you get either of these phones, I hope your car has a GPS or you look up directions ahead of time. And the battery in this one, like I said, this one's battery is much better. This lasted, I think, with light usage, this could last you 2 days and change, I think. This one lasts you maybe 5 days if you're not on it like crazy. Maybe 4 if you use it, a bit. Yeah, so they both have an FM radio as well. Browsing is better on this phone because of the touchscreen. But if we're only talking keypads, browsing is better on this one, I guess. It's a little faster. This one, you simply cannot do things with just the keypad, so you're going to have to end up touching it anyway. And like I said, the touchscreen affects the battery as well. So this is a more capable phone for sure. But if you want a phone that's shaped like this, that has these buttons, this phone is better made. It has more functionality with the buttons. This one is kind of like it wanted to be a very cheap Android smartphone, and the manufacturer only had a tiny screen. They're like, oh, well, I guess we can just do this. But they didn't commit because you have to use a touchscreen for certain things on here, like going to Google. So it's not ideal if you want to use the phone like how it looks. You should be able to use it. In terms of which phone is better in the comparison, that's really subjective. It really depends on what you want to do. If you want a phone that doesn't limit you that much in what you can do, I say go for this one because the touchscreen, while it does drain the battery more, it does let you bypass certain inconveniences that may pop up due to the form factor and the, everything about it. But if you're going to be listening to music, it might be annoying because the volume is down here. So there are trade-offs here. But yeah, this phone will not leave you stranded if you need to type something in a browser. It will let you use the touchscreen and you'll be good. Now, this is more of a kind of a lifestyle change phone. You have to be okay with having a very slow browser. You have to be okay with just texting, calling. This does not even come with email. I had to sideload the email app onto here. I had to sideload WhatsApp as well. Both work. I believe this one comes with WhatsApp already. I reset this one. So let me see. No. I think actually this one might have, yeah, it comes with WhatsApp, yeah. So they can both do WhatsApp, but you have to do it manually on this one. And beyond WhatsApp, you'll be texting, calling. If you want to load an email app on here, that's it. That's pretty much what you can do. So if you're okay with that, this is the better phone for sure. It's better made. But for the average person, this might be more useful. So it depends on what you want to go for. Like I said, if you're going for a phone that looks like this, you probably have this one's functionality in mind. If you want a phone with a touchscreen, there are way better options. Way better. Jelly Star. It's almost the same size, except you don't have all this waste at the bottom here, so it really depends on what you want to be doing. This feels like a half measure. It's like, hey, I'm really, really used to a smartphone, but I want to get on my way to kind of an old school phone for whatever reason. This can help you out. But again, you'll be forced to use a touchscreen, so it's not exactly the same. This might be a bit too much of a drastic step because you will be limited quite a bit. So you better have your ducks in order before you switch over to this kind of thing. So it depends on what you want. This is better made. This has more functionality. So it really depends. I can't say one or the other is objectively better than the other one. It really depends on what you want to do with your phone.